In my editing class at Loyola University, Maryland, I have been giving a trigger warning on the first day of class every semester. This is it. This is going to be a difficult class. Writing, as you already know, is difficult. Editing is even more difficult. You can write by ear, you can write by instinct, but you have to edit analytically. And it is a skill and a craft that is not easily acquired. It takes time, it takes diligence, it takes attention. And part of what is going to be difficult in this class is that if you are like the 700 or so students who have preceded you here, you are wobbly in English grammar and usage. Now, this is not your fault. In all probability, you have been the victim of bad teaching. That is, you have either not been taught proper grammar or usage at all, or you have been taught rubbish. So there are things that you need to learn, and there are things that you have learned that you will need to unlearn, and you will have to come up to speed pretty quickly because we are going to have to move on to more demanding aspects of editing. I understand how busy you are keeping up with all those Kardashians, but you will have to pay attention to this matter. And I must say, it is incumbent on me to tell you that this course is unrelievedly, thoroughly, appallingly dull. Now, one student wrote in an evaluation, he just did the same thing over and over, day after day. And that is exactly it. Editing is done word by word, sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph, and it is done that way every time. And we will go over texts of appalling dullness. And you will be charged with taking what is defective and rendering it merely mediocre, because that is pretty much the most that editing can ever accomplish. Now, part of the dullness comes to this, and I want to tell you what one of your predecessors wrote at ratemyprofessors.com. He is a horrible teacher. Do not take him. The course is interesting, but this guy's a stiff who thinks he knows it all. You will leave this class so confused and end up with a grade that definitely deserves to be better than what you actually get. Don't get me wrong, he's a funny guy, but not worth it. Well, I can show you how it's done. I can explain the basics of grammar and usage so that you can pick up on the most common errors. I can identify for you the spots where you are shaky. I can show you where the language is shifting and where you will have to make judgments. I will show you how to identify the problems, the errors, the flaws in a text so that you can pick it up out of the gutter, brush it off, wipe it down, clean it up, shave it, make it respectable. You will have here the opportunity to learn the craftsman's satisfaction of picking up a piece of inexpert prose and knowing when it has been through your hands, it is more accurate, it is clearer, it is more effective. This is what editors do. And if you take the time and work with me, by the end of this semester, you will be a better writer because you will be a better editor of your own prose. And you will be miles ahead, you will be parsecs ahead of your fellow students who do not take this course. One final point: my manner and my sense of humor may not be to your taste. Admiring me is not a course requirement. I might add that 21 years in teaching this class on ratemyprofessors.com, my hotness quotient remains 0. But one of the reasons you are in a university is to experience different personality types, different senses of humor, different approaches to the world. I am not the only jackass you will ever encounter in your adult working life. Use this semester as an opportunity to polish your coping skills. Shall we begin?